It's hard for me to get to know people because I'm pretty closed up, and I don't like being around most people. They just, they don't bring out the best in me. In the town, in a city, even a small town, you can be really influenced by other people's positivity or negativity. And I really prefer to not be influenced by any others' emotions, negativity, or positivity. I try to do my own. Us humans, we could be like really, really good, or we could be really, really, really bad. I don't want my decisions affecting other people, you know. It's the whole fucking snowball thing down the fucking hill. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the little snowflake on the top. It's better for me to be away from people.
I'm from the East Coast, originally Florida. I bought a school bus, and I've lived in different areas and different places, and it's just, yeah, it's home. Home is where the bus is what I say. I moved here to get away from that same thing, mundane lifestyle that everyone hates. Most people hate anyways. I hated it.
For most of my life, I've been very gypsy-like. I've chosen to live credit-free, live off the grid as much as possible. The whole system at large is not to serve the people, but to control the people. Period. I refuse to be a part of anything like that. The last frontier of freedom that we get to experience really is way out in the woods. If you're doing it right, you, in a lot of ways, can become invisible.
Yeah, the skies are nice and blue and the sun's out. I don't think we really need as much as we think we need. I heard a guy say this one time. If you can't eat it, ride it, shoot it, or wear it, you probably don't need it. How you gonna know what the good things in life are? And how you gonna know how good they are if you don't go through some of the bad shit, some of the crap, you know? One of my therapists that I used to have, the best one that I ever had, helped me to fix some of the stuff in me that we could fix. I met him when I was homeless and having a real hard time dealing with shit, you know? Everybody thought I had anger issues and shit and all this and that and so on and so forth. And she helped me a lot. She really did. I owe her the rest of my life. Not just for the rest of my life, but I owe her the rest of my life. Hi, Days. You want to get your thing out? Huh? Huh? Let's get your thing out. Come on. Well, get it, baby. Hang on. I'm trying. Okay. There it is. Yeah? Daddy always makes it better, doesn't he? Sorry you get kind of feel down about it. A guy told me recently. He said something about touching the outside of an animal makes the inside of a man feel good. The guy that told me that is Steve, the guy that owns all this stuff. And he's right, you know, because sometimes I'll be, you know, not feeling so good. And, you know, I'll go over there and I'll be like talking with Daisy, you know, and it's like, we're talking quiet shit, you know, and it's like, you know, one of these days, you know, we're going to be going up the mountains. You're going to see some really cool shit. You just got to trust me. It's going to go good, you know.
I saw this thing one time on YouTube. It was kind of like a sanctuary or a rescue for dogs. Must have been 1,500 of them things on this place, and I don't remember how many acres it was, but animals. I think animals are good for the soul. So I'd like to be able to have as many animals as I could and take good care of them. I think that'd be pretty fulfilling. All kinds of animals, all kinds of them.
What are we gonna do? I kind of floated around for 2.5 years, not knowing where I could land or feeling comfortable in a place that I could live and stay and feel good about. And Steve has allowed me to do that here. I came to Steve and was like, I got a proposition for you. And he was, you know, cocked his head to the side and gave me an eyebrow. And I was like, how about I pay you rent and you let me park my bus here? And he was like, I think we can work that out. He's an amazing person, like absolutely amazing person. I couldn't ask for a better friend, landlord, companion. He's been my companion for a year probably. Yeah, he's just a beautiful human being.
My dad used to hang around in the tavern there, and he would meet, all kinds of people and stuff. And a lot of times they'd say, I don't have any place to stay. And my dad would say, hey, come out here and stay as long as you need to. And so that's where we, came up with renting so many places and that. I hear a lot of rumors and stuff about, so-and-so said this, so-and-so did that, and I try not to get caught up in that too much, and try to take them at their word, and just try to make sure everybody's getting along. These characters that are here now, Tom and Tom down here, they pay their rent on time and stuff. Ron and Gail, Hell's Bells, they haven't paid rent in a couple of years there for a while. But it's hard to give people the boot when they're down and out, Buzz, on the other hand, he hasn't been there that long, but he tries to be helpful. Sounds like he's got some issues, but so far it hasn't become a deal breaker or anything like that.
As long as I'm on this property and out like running around on the forest, I got a lot of freedom here. Some people might not get it that it's a big deal for me to like have a spot to set like my little tent up, and sleep, and have a little fire, if the conditions permit it. And I don't have to worry about somebody, banging on the fucking thing, hey, who's in the fucking tent? Get out of the fucking tent, pack your shit and get on down the fucking road. This ain't no fucking I ain't gotta worry about that shit here. And that means I can't even explain what that fucking means to me. So, one of the things that I'm worried about is fucking that shit up.
Hop up. Hop up.
A little tight-knit community that we live in, and there's so many different characters from all over the place that kind of land here and end up in this place. It's interesting to see the open arms that you're welcomed with open arms even though you're different, Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's no big deal.
It's still there, but it's on the side of your mouth. Don't close your lips. Yeah, there you go. Don't lick them. Don't lick them.
I'm ready for a nap. I'm sore now. You know that?
Yeah, I know it.
No, you don't. And most of the time I just sit out here like this and enjoy the day. I don't like going to town if I don't have to. It's just too noisy, too much of a rat race. But out here, things are a little slower.
I look at it like Earth is my home. A lot of people need a home and an address and all this shit. I don't really look at that like that. I look at it more like Earth is my home, and I don't need a freaking address. This is my home. There was one time I didn't even go to town for 3 months. Yeah. When I did go to town, I was really overwhelming. Everything was kind of like, whoa, too much for me, my psyche to handle. Traffic lights, traffic, people, whoa, this is too much. All those cans and bottle collectors at 5 in the morning, and people, sirens, and just hustle, bustle everywhere. So out here, it's easier on the psyche. It's easier on your being to be away from all that tension that's in town from everybody and all their stuff that they're doing. It's like running everywhere. It's like a bunch of rats in a maze, you know. Everybody's trying to get the cheese and get back home.
Oh, don't let me forget that. Next time we're talking to Amber, talk about goats. Then she'll get goats. I bet she will. She likes every critter there is. And goats are fun.
You never know. She might tell Jay.
I hope she does. I like it like that. Steve's happy and everything's kosher in the world.
I know everybody up here. I know everybody around here. Most people here are my friends. There's just some bad influence, the meth heads and people doing heroin and stuff, and stealing your mail. But mostly everybody is very good people. I have lived here 50 years. We used to live up here when I was living with Mom and Dad and my little brother Bill, who passed 1999. I'm a cook because I like to eat and I like to have good food. I'm not a chef. I don't do stuff like people do on TV, and I'm just real good food. I'm good at cooking Mexican food. I'm good at cooking everything. I cook good old-fashioned, good eating food. I make food for my father every night. We just take care of each other. I buy all the food and I cook it. Dad pays the rent, and that's the way it is.
I don't think I think that was
go in. We're done. You gotta change your pants. Your pants stink. You need some new pants.
I was looking for horses and then found a mule, and I'm like, she was for sale. Her name is Daisy. And originally I got her with the intent that I could teach her how to pack my goods and stuff so I could get up in the mountains. I don't like being in the city so much around other people.
Daisy, what you doing, Chugs? I see you. I know. You see me too, don't you? I bet.
I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it is. No, I'm not, knocking it. It's just a lot harder to train a mule than you might think. It's not like training a doggy. I don't know, I guess maybe she represents maybe my freedom. That's the spot. Daisy and I are going to get up there one of these days.
You have more special things in there? Oh, how pretty.
Keep all that.
Well, you should put them back in your special bag.
They're not my bag. This is not my bag.
It is your bag.
It's my brother's. It's my brother's.
Well, it's pretty, and it keeps your specials in there.
I don't want it.
Well, what am I going to do with them?
You're gonna keep them.
I just keep them forever. What about this cool arrowhead?
You can keep
You
that.
should keep that in your bag. It's very special.
You can keep it.
All right, I'll put them in here then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can keep them.
Did you go to school?
Yeah.
How was it?
Good.
Good.
Because I just had oatmeal.
And then Mama came and got you?
Yeah. Can I put the babies?
If you can catch one. Careful, that Mama might get you. Touch his butt right there before he runs away. Now hold still. Let her come smell you. She'll come check you out.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you will.
Isn't she cute? Look here, Mama. Stampede.
Can I go see the Buttercup's baby?
Oh, Buttercup's baby died.
But I just want to see it.
Well, it's buried. It went to the spirit world. Yeah. No, okay, so how it happens is you die, and then your spirit will float up and go to the spirit world, and your body, like what the spirit left, gets buried in the ground. Yeah. From the time I was young, I've always been like, I'm going to be a veterinarian. But then when I realized that being a veterinarian takes more schooling than an actual doctor, I was like, nope. I graduated high school, but, with A's and B's, but it wasn't my thing. I'm more artistic, more free spirit, more of like a animal person. We have a dog here that likes to get mouthy sometimes with the sheep, and he likes to poke holes in them. And so that's something I do, is care for the sheep when they get chewed up. One of the sheep out there, its entire thigh muscle had been like eaten out by the dog. Steve was going to shoot the sheep. He thought it was too far gone. I was like, well, it's standing. It wants to live. Let's try to do something. I rinsed the wound out really well. clipped away all of the stuff that was kind of hanging and any dead flesh that was there. Within 3 weeks, this animal was healed. I couldn't believe the resilience that these animals have. If I wasn't here, he would have put that sheep down. And Steve hates doing that. He gets emotional when he has to do things like that, you know, like put an animal down because there's no helping it and stuff. So I do my best to try to make everything live. But yeah, I just love it. It's my calling, you know. I feel like it's my calling.
Amber, she's been here for a couple of years. She needed a place to stay, and I fell in love with her, to be honest. And I've been kind of sorry that ever happened, but I'm sure I'll get over that.
We were together for a little while, romantically. He cheated on me. And so my trust is gone. And I've tried to, you know, work through it, but I just can't. It's just who I am inside. I just can't. And he went next door with me and was like, I think you should put your bus here. I think it'll be a good space for you. I'll help you move. And we both had, you know, a tear shed about it. And I was like, I really don't want to move. Like, I fucking love living here. Like, my heart is here. My soul is here. Like, I don't want to move. And so he was like, well, we'll make it work. And that was like 4 or 5 days ago. I still love him. Still love him.
Yeah, they're here. You see that fern down there all busted?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting.
What does that?
One day, I was like by my tent, and all of a sudden, I got this overwhelming, overpowering horrible stench. You know, I've smelled a lot of bad things in my life, and this thing doesn't even come close.
But I was early 20s, and I went to jail for almost a month. When I got out, I had to get as far away from people as possible, and I built up all this weird energy, and I needed to go like scream and make a lot of noise in the wood. I'm so far out, I know that nobody's around. And so I just started acting a fool, speaking what's on my mind, kind of like self-therapy, the rage. All of a sudden, I just knew I wasn't alone, period.
I heard it, and it was making me anxious, and I'd be like, hey, if you want to reveal yourself to me, that's okay, but just not all at one time. Don't overwhelm me, you know, I can't handle too much shit at once.
The moment or the experience that I had came flooding in with all sensation, and I just realized, like spontaneously, I'm like, wow, like that was a Bigfoot.
You know, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're half asleep, half awake, and I walked out in the kitchen one night to get me a bottle of water, and I seen some old guy standing in the refrigerator, and I thought it was Uncle Leonard, and it wasn't. So it was this old dude named Harley that used to live here, I figure. I ain't scared of ghosts. All ghosts is a shade of the dead. I've heard things at night, though, in the mountains that terrified the fuck out of me. And I know the sounds of most critters. Like me and Joe one time, we were up cutting wood. All of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. It sounded like that, something beating a stick against a tree. And that's what Bigfoots do, to run you out of their territory. I know that's what it was. We looked around, tried to see it, boom, boom, boom. All I know is there's stuff out there in the world you don't know about.
One's a buck knife, like the little pocket knife kind, a buck knife. Yeah. And then I have like some other silver army knife with a whole bunch of things.
Like a Swiss Army knife, maybe, kind of thing?
And then I have one in the house, which is pretty dull. I traded those 3 knives for one thing. I traded them for, I traded them for, 50 cents.
50 cents? You got 3 knives for 50 cents? Wow, you are a little hustler. Clara, don't stand up on that girly girl. You'll fall down.
Can I do this?
Yeah, you can be like that. That's okay. Just don't try to stand up on it. I don't want to see you fall and get hurt. And watch out for this thing right here, man.
I will.
Look out.
Hopefully, good news.
Hello? Hello? Oh, they put him up there? Oh. Room 9? Okay. Great. Well,
Well, he went there. Mom was telling me.
Her dad's wife called us and asked if we heard about what happened. No. So he's got pneumonia and something else wrong with him. They got him in quarantine right now.
Yeah, I got the number. Yeah, he probably thinks I don't care. But yes, I do. I tried.
So hopefully everything's good for her. Because she don't need to lose her dad. We're losing too many people. We're at that age where life stops giving you things and starts taking it back. Who is that, dear? How's he doing? Why?
Because he thinks Joyce and Shirley and Jennifer all fucked. He said they should have called me Sunday like they called him. He said, I don't know what's going on with Dad. He's going to the hospital tonight, and he's going to talk to nurses.
Oh, good. So he's going to let us know?
No, I call him 5 o'clock tomorrow. He said, unless something bad happens, I'll call you tonight. I'll call you back.
Uh-huh.
I wish I had room in here. I'd take Dad in. He already said he wished we had the money so we can get us our own place. Yeah, I can't afford like buy him a house. I can't afford to put. Unless I can talk to Steve and say, hey, can we do something about the trailer so I move my dad in? He needs to get out of that damn house. I like to take Dad in. Yeah, have fun.
Oh, yeah, me and Dad have some fun.
Dad and I would have fun.
My dad will be okay. Positive thinking. He's gonna be just fine.
As a kid, my dad worked on the towboats. We went camping a lot when he was on his days off. So I spent a lot of time in the woods. I think that's why I seek to get back to it so much. I have such a strong bond to it. He wasn't the best, but there was a definite time when he realized that being bad to me wasn't gonna work no more. I was away in a faraway place, and I was pretty screwed up, and I needed to come back and get things straightened out. And I tried to get a hold of the old man, and it took him a little while, but he got in touch with me. You know, he'd been looking for me for a few years and couldn't find me. He come pick me up from this far-off place, and we're on the way back to the home I was raised in. The home a lot of things happened in. When people know they're gonna die, or they feel they're at the end of their run, they talk about things. You know, they want you to know things that they didn't want you to know earlier. The old man liked ball caps. And they got this hat, it's blue, and it's got a little sticker on it. It looks sort of like a castle. And the old man had been trying for years to get one of them fucking hats when he was out there even working on the boat still. And I couldn't fucking get one. It's like trying to find a unicorn horn. Anyway, I got it for the old man, but I never got a chance to give it to him.
Are you breaking up? Hello? Oh. Yeah. He's dying. How in the fuck can he not qualify for emergency care if he's dying?
I got a text message from somebody telling me Daisy's limping. I get over here and she's limping real bad. She got her leg all holding out straight. She don't want to let me or nobody else come near her, man. Limping real fucking bad. Everything all swole up, man. It fucking swole up, fucking big. And the vet come out and he said he couldn't do nothing the way it was, you know. Said she's got to be tied to something more secure and all that. She's starting to move it just a little bit, but yeah, her shit's fucked up, man. The way she is now, I can't do nothing. I can't, I don't even really want to get too close to her because then she's got to try and move on her fucked up foot and shit. If I go up and try to give her some treats or something, I gotta do it, I don't know, different.
Kind of weird lately, nobody shows up. Usually Jinx is here, or Jimmy Jinx, or Van pulls up, or Lauren. Nobody lately. I have a pretty boring fucking day.
When I get angry about stuff and upset, I gotta go out and let it out, so to speak, blow my steam out. And I go out and I do that shit away from people. Because if people hear the shit that I say, they get really fucking offended and some of them get kind of freaked out. But then I think about it later and I'm talking to the first maker and I'm like, look, first maker, I fouled up, but help me to be a better man tomorrow than I was today. And it seems to be working. I'm trying.
Burn box.
Makes me sad that Jared, my third cousin, for the first time he got in trouble. Isn't that horrible? All for dope. And that's what killed my little brother, too. Hell, about 12 years ago, before I moved out here, I did meth, too. I used to do meth all the time. Smoke it, you know, a little glass pipe. That's why I don't have no teeth. Drop that and boom. It makes me sick how people can't do that. People are weak. Hell, I have dreams where I'm buying a big bag of dope and shit like that, but I'll never do it again. Sickening.
Bubba, fire on.
I know. He expects me to go in there and make dinner. That's why he's doing that. Ah, the power's back on. I get to eat good tonight. Oh, now I gotta go cook. God. Oh, I got easy dinner. Making sausage gravy to have on biscuits.
This bathroom's gonna get hot. Oh, it is hot. I'm not gonna get it. You shouldn't close for me. I'm going to start.
Here, get your hair wet.
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And people take this calm
Well, at least let me get the soap off my hands now.
Mommy.
You could wash yourself. Here, you wash yourself.
Hey, I don't
You
like
can wash
that.
your hair.
Like,
Liam, yes. Liam.
I can hear you. Mommy, I want to stand for 5 more hours.
Are you ready?
No. Why do you have that ring with you?
Because Ambi was young and I thought it looked cool.
Like, what's cool?
It does? Awesome. Ha, woo, I'm still cool. I'm still cool. All right, I'm out. High five. Love you. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.
When I met Wild Bill, I was 19 years old at the time, and he had been living in the woods. When I first met him, I was in trouble with the law. Minor trouble, but when you're a kid, some compilations of minor trouble, it seems like a big deal. At that time in my life, I was really confused about a lot of things. This is a good one, too. He's played a rather significant role in my life just by being his simple self. He decided that he was just going to remain under the table, simple-minded, simple practice, simple life. He exemplified to me relying upon his own strength. No begging, no borrowing, no stealing, no credit. So he just helped me see a lot of freedom.
Hello? Hey. How you doing? Good? Let me get over here a little closer to the source of the power. Can you hear me now?
I'm glad that you're all right.
Good to hear your voice.
How's the weather?
Yeah, it's cold around here, Mom. I don't know what happened to the rain, but the rain seems to have been shut off. It's just like really weird. It used to rain and rain and rain around here, but it doesn't rain like that anymore around here.
I don't know what happened, but somebody turned the weather upside down.
It's been about 20 years since I've seen Mom. Yep. She lives in a rural spot in Missouri, or in Georgia now. I'm from Missouri. We're all from Missouri originally. Yeah, it's really kind of weird not seeing your mom, but what are you going to do?
I'm glad that you were able to do that. That's very good.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
It's been great to talk to you. And I hope I get to talk to you again soon.
I hear that, man. What a crazy ride. You take care, Mom. I love you always. You know that.
I know that. And it's just great to hear your voice. And take care.
I will.
Okay. Well, here's God.
Bye now.
Let me see. It's a tick, damn it. Let me get it. Molly, come on. I got it.
Buzz is, as far as I'm concerned, he's enough help to me that he can stay. You know, I mean, I told him, you know, we're not going to put the mule down. I know she's in pain, but she's going to come out of it. I think what he had in mind was to travel all over the Northwest with his mule. If he was serious about that, he would have been able to ride her by now. I think he's apprehensive, and you know, some people are good around animals. I don't think Buzz is good around animals, and so he's gonna, you know, that makes it harder for him to move forward.
Daisy was kind of my way to get around out in the forest and maybe go right over to the coast and shit. And now that's all on hold. Even continuing to like trainer is on hold. Because who knows how long it's gonna fix if it does fix, you know. So a lot of that shit is in jeopardy now, you know. I'd like to think that Daisy's gonna come out of this, you know, and in a month or so we're gonna be able to start working together again, you know. And fuck, who knows, man. I just gotta keep thinking it's gonna work out. Just keep hoping it's gonna work out.
That relationship took a shit. But we make it work. I mean, there's been dramas. I moved off the property so that he didn't have to have my life in his face every day. I mean, he pushed for that, and it's probably better for both of us, but he still was like right there. So when I first moved over here, he was like driving over here every day. We were friends before anything more, so I don't want to lose that with him. I'm trying to recover, but without hurting him. I thought maybe having a boyfriend or someone else in my life that would maybe help him get over it, but I think it only just pissed him off and then maybe created more of a desire to want to be with me. There's a point to loving someone, and then there's a point to when that love now takes away from the love that I need to give myself. And I can't handle loving him. I mean, I love him on a different level, but I can't handle being in love with him. It's just, there's too much past stuff.
She moved on to bigger and better things, you know. She found herself a fella on some website and broke my heart, but it's hard. It's hard because I still have a lot of feelings for her, you know. But I'm an old man. You know, every time I saw her with the guy that she was with, you know, I just stay away from her because you just broke my heart for one thing, and then I thought I was going to do something foolish. When you stop and think about all those moments that you spent together, and then she's doing that with someone else, it was hard for me to deal with. She cares about me, but not like the way I would like. Not romantically. You know, it's my loss. Because I wanted to be with her all the time.
Oh yeah, it's way hard to get out. Well, they're working on it. Well, if Dad didn't go in when he did, the nurse told me he would have been dead. He would have been dead Sunday. You seen him Saturday, and yep, that's what the nurse told me. If he didn't make it in there that day, he'd been dead. It's better. He's doing way better. Hello? Hello? Job, call me back. That was weird.
I've always wanted to be a dad, but I ain't got no kids of my own. I've never raised any kids of my own, actually. Through all my relationships, I've raised their kids. Ooh. So I've been a stepdad quite a few times, and it sucks. But when you're not alone, you got somebody to talk to, and when the days are good, the days are good. When the days are bad, they're really bad. You know, it's just the fact you're not alone, and you know, you got a family. People that take life seriously, they're gonna die fast. If you take it too serious, it's just gonna drive you crazy. And I've been a poor guy most of my life, so. And I've actually enjoyed it. Because that, being poor and everything you get, you appreciate it because you paid for it out of what you got. It wasn't handed to you. You worked your ass off for it.
Smells good after it rains.
Yep.
I can't stop thinking about dinner. Hungry. Huh. Guess I should do some laundry today, too. Damn. Got a lot of stuff to do all of a sudden when I start thinking about it. I thought I had an easy day. Dump the cat's litter box. Me and Dad were gonna have sandwiches for dinner. I like sandwiches for dinner once in a while. Barbecued tater chips. Peanut butter and honey sandwich. That's my favorite.
That's her snorting, fucking kind of talking to me. Daddy, I love you. Saying, Daddy, I love you. You got the goodies. Easy, no, you fucker. Ouch. Easy, you gotta be gentle with that shit.
The small things that you see going on around you seem to make things all worthwhile, you know, for one reason or another. It's kind of strange. I have found that the better the road is, the faster people drive on it. So it'll remain unpaved.